Hey guys, so I'm here with another tier list video. I don't know if I actually did one, maybe I did. But this tier list is about my classes that I've taken at college so far. So let's go through. So the first one is bowling. That goes in clear S tier. I love the professor, and it was really chill. It was just bowling. He just did nothing but bowl, which was awesome. The class was really, it was not stressful at all, and it's awesome. It was a great way to relax after the week because I took it on Fridays. So yeah, it goes in S tier. Chicano studies, D tier. I'm sorry, the class is just it's too political. It's not to my liking. It's in the messages it teaches and stuff. I mean, some people may like them. I don't really like the binary way of looking at things. Like, oh, there's oppressed and there's oppressor, and that's the only two that can be. No, like it's more nuanced than that. But and also the class was disorganized. I'm sorry, like the class was not very well structured. But that's for those reasons. It's going in D tier. Debate lab. Um, debate lab. I'm gonna put it in B tier, just cause like it was basically just writing and researching and debate, which is yeah, I did some of that. But again, we had to debate like controversial stuff. I think it was about like marijuana legalization. I had to argue about that, and I do not like debating controversial stuff, to say the least. But the professor was chill, so it was okay. Debate lecture. We're gonna go high B tier above debate lab, just because like I mean it wasn't super exciting, but the professor did have memes on his lecture slides, and he always wore really good bow ties. Like every lecture, he'd always have like a really good bow tie on, and it's just fire. So yeah, it's going in B tier. Film curriculum. It was known as Film 100. I'm gonna put it in C tier just because it was just it's boring. That class was so boring. It was just listening to the professor just talk and talk and talk and talk about the curriculum, which is it's very useful to know, but it's just kind of boring, especially this one professor. Not the main one, but another one. Intro to film. That's gonna go A tier because I mean the professor's really good. Like I'm taking him for film history this coming school year, so clearly the professor's good. I like the professor. It's just that kind of it's very lecture heavy. Not a lot of stuff to actually like do. Although we did do a really good project at the end of the year where it was like um, there was like a few words that you had to put in a script, and you had to make that into your own film. So we got to do that. It was really fun. It's going a high A tier for that reason. Onset safety, S tier, because we actually get it's a class where we actually get to like do stuff. We actually get to like set up shots, and we actually get to fill out like paperwork that's needed. I mean, it's a lot of paperwork to do in film. Like getting it approved and all that, you gotta have like the paperwork all filled out. And we actually, aside from like doing actual stuff, we learn about like the safety process and like, that you have to have 3 points of contact on the ladder at all times. And when you're handling lights, be sure to wear gloves. Very useful stuff for my film career. Geography/environmental science. It's gonna go high C tier. It was very boring. It's boring lectures. The professor he was chill. Like I mean, he's like the example of the cool professor, but the class material is just kind of boring. If I took it as a GE, and a lot of these classes I have to take as a GE, so they're not really ones I'm interested in. Besides film and bowling and a few other ones. Public speaking. I'm gonna put that in high B tier because unlike debate, I actually do kind of like public speaking. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like I'm an introvert and all that, but like public speaking it's okay. I like it. I get to make a topic and talk about what I'm passionate about and stuff. And the professor is really cool. Like I like the professor. He's cool. So yeah, it's going in high B tier. Social media communication, C tier. Like it was one of the I mean maybe it would have been higher if it was in person. I don't know. I took it as an asynchronous, which just asynchronous classes suck in my opinion. because I'm not having actual instruction, and it's like with all my other in-person classes I forget about the deadlines and all that stuff. So yeah, that's the only class so far that I've gotten less than an A in. It was a B, I know, but yeah. Statistics lab, A tier, because statistics is like the one math class that I'm like actually good at. So I liked getting able to actually work on statistics problems and solve stuff. Although I will say that the program we used, it's called SPSS, is very complicated to use. It's pretty complicated. So yeah, statistics lecture goes slightly above that, just because the lectures themselves are really interesting. Like I like statistics and learning all the new concepts and getting to like practice them. The professor I did not like very much, just because I I had COVID and I missed the exam and I couldn't be on school because I had COVID. So I got a 0 on that test, even though in the makeup, which I could only get a certain amount of points, I got like a 98% on that test. Eventually got reinstated, but damn. And then intro to acting, our last one. Um, just gonna put it on C, just because, well, high C. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so intro to acting, it was like, how do I say this? It's like a lot of theater exercises and some projects, but it's not a very interesting class. I got recommended it probably because I'm a film student. But yeah, this is the not the film curriculum. This is the tier list of all the classes I've taken in college so far. Of course, I actually get to take like actually interesting classes next year because I filled out a lot of my GE requirements, and also a lot of my classes are film. So yeah, that's my tier list.